Gage, for Channel 2 and Wholesale Computer Supply, I'd like to present you the Player of the Week plaque. You can hang that on the wall for your future memories. Also, for your outstanding performance, 3 interceptions, I'd like to present you with a gift certificate to Wholesale Computer Supply for $100, which, by the way, we're just right over here at 96th Street North and Garnett on the corner. Also, I've got a $50 gift certificate to Jamil's Steakhouse, my favorite place to eat in all of Tulsa. I'd like to congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Gage, like Randy said, 3 interceptions. What he didn't say is that makes you the all-time leader in that category here at Owasso, which is, 1, an incredible feat. 2, it comes, how about this? Josh Proctor, who's now getting ready to have a great season at Ohio State. He played your position at this school. Aaron Colvin, who spent time in the NFL. They don't have the record. You have the record. How does that feel, man?
It feels like a big accomplishment. It feels like all the hard work I did from my sophomore year has finally paid off. It's the relief off my shoulder is kind of less now.
So you were feeling some pressure from this thing?
I was feeling pressure because Brent Goins, he's been talking to me since my junior year, ever since I've been starting to rack up interceptions, and he's been kind of putting the pressure on me. He's like, I have the record for most interceptions. Are you gonna step up and beat it? I go.
Yeah. So to let people know, Brent Goins set this record back in 1986. That's a long time ago. He's been your coach. It sort of helped you through your football career from the time you were a little guy and actually coached you in the 7th grade. He was in the stands and was a part of this. We got the the picture of the 2 of you guys after the game. So you knew about this record, knew it was his, and set the goal at the start of the year to go out and get this thing. So to actually get that and have that moment with him, what was that like?
It was pretty monumental. It was probably one of the best moments of my career and of my life. It really helped with him helping me through football and him pushing me more. It made me become one of the greats.
You said you were feeling pressure. Whatever pressure you were putting on yourself or feeling, it must have helped, because you had an interception in the first 3 games, and then 3 of them, you were on a tear. What is it about the nose you have for the ball? How are you able to end up with the quarterback's pass in your hand so often?
When I was younger, I didn't even think I was going to play defense when I got into high school. I thought I was going to become like one of the great receivers, and I always had a feel for the ball at receiver, and I always enjoyed playing receiver more than I did defense. But then when I got pulled up freshman year and I put on defense, I kind of just fell in love with the defense at safety, and following Josh Proctor and Wayne and all those big-time 2017 players on defense. I just fell in love with defense, and with my ability to read the quarterback and know how to take angles to the ball, because when I played baseball, I played outfield. So I had to read angles.
Sure.
And I think that's what differentiates me from all the other safeties. I know the angles to take.
Interesting. Take me through, maybe think back to one of those interceptions, and kind of when you know. Okay, go ahead. When you know you have them. You know what I mean? When you're looking, usually I'm sure you're trying to look at the quarterback's eyes. Or
I know I had them. My first interception, my pick 6 against Union. I knew I had them because the quarterback set up and looked 3 times at my dude.
Okay.
And I knew
before snap. You're saying
before snap. I knew because I was looking at the quarterback and I saw him look 3 times, and I knew from watching my film study. I knew it was going to be a double out with the post, and I knew he wasn't going to throw the post, and then I knew that he wasn't going to throw the 3. So I knew it was coming to me. So I knew it was going to be an out route, and I basically just knew the play just from film watching.
Of those, is it 14 interceptions
in
your career now? Of those 14, how many do you think film study is a big part of it? You saw something in film that ends up, resulting in the play.
Probably about 90% of it.
Okay.
Film study it's all about the quarterback eyes, how he looks, how he throws, his arm power, his arm strength, his feet, and with the running back and quarterback and receiver all duo together, it's just little things you can pick off from how you know what's coming.
Love it, man. It's like the art of the interception here with Gage Laney. That's pretty cool. Do you have a favorite of those 14?
I say I'd have to go to my first interception of my high school
Okay.
career against Union in 2018. After I
So
took
way back.
my sophomore year,
Okay,
my
yeah.
first year against Union. We were at Union. It was about 40 degrees, pouring down rain the whole game,
Okay.
and I was guarding Kyle Patterson, the KU receiver, and he ran like a little post route, and he threw it to me, and I picked it off. That was my first interception of my
Very
career
nice.
at Union, and it was probably one of my biggest.
Very nice.
So,
Okay, so you mostly play safety. I guess sometimes you drop down and
Corner.
cover guys. Okay, corner. You're not going to get that many interceptions if you don't have some pretty good guys playing back there with you. You know, because quarterbacks can avoid the one guy back there if it's just one. So you, in some ways, feel like teammates get to share in this some. It's this whole Owasso
the
defense.
biggest difference about all my interceptions is I gotta give it to the D line and the linebackers, because without pressure, he can just sit back there and throw the ball. So with their pressure, with him having to hurry up the ball and rush it and throw bad throws, is what made me get to this record.
You mentioned the film study. How much time does a high school kid have for film study? I
Most-
mean, you got school and you got practice and everything else a high school kid has to do. How much time can you spend in film study?
It depends on how bad you want to watch it. I spend probably about 2.5 hours to 3 hours a week watching film, just in my free time. Like in school, I watch it just whenever we're done with work, and then of course we watch it before practice, and then when I get home, just laying in bed, and then I'm pretty sure I watched the same game about 4 times.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I watched the BA Uni game 4 times at least.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
that's got to be something you love, right? Not every kid out here is
I
doing
think
that.
watching film, you can't just think about what you do on this. You have to like pull up a play call in your head, make the play call, and then see if the play call is going to work out. And then if I get when I get older, I want to be a coach.
Okay.
So I think that's the biggest thing I can share with. Don't just read your guy, read the whole offense on try to find little information that's going to pick away the looking and
Yeah.
the
Absolutely.
stances and all the different types of
Yeah.
running back position and everything. You just pick it all apart watching film.
This team is off to an incredible start this year, and it just feels like there's something a little bit extra with this group, where you guys have risen to every challenge, and it maybe give me some feel for what it is that's made this group special, even already this early in the year.
I think what made this group special is the commitment that we have on here. I mean, we have 15 or so seniors that we've been playing since sophomore year, and
Yeah.
I think the commitment and knowing that we can be the best in the state without anybody getting near us. Like last year, it was win a state championship, and who would have known we went undefeated and won one. And this year, since is to keep everybody no points, try not to let them score or catch a ball. Or I think we raised the bar up this year, because with us playing a lot more than we did last, or playing a lot more aggressive than we did last year.
Okay.
I feel like that's helping bring along everybody else.
Awesome. All right, you obviously love football and film study. Anything else you like doing away from the football field? Are you
I
a
am
gamer, or what do you do with your time?
I race cars.
No
I'm-
way.
mhm.
How interesting. What kind?
They're called micros.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like a little version of a sprint car.
Okay.
But I race on Pine at Port City, just right off
Sure.
Pine.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Tulsa, and I do that on the weekends.
Gage Laney, number 22,
Give me an idea of kind of best accomplishment in that world for you so far.
I mean, I've won some races.
Okay.
And then biggest accomplishment.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good. You've won. So what races have you won?
It's like a. How would you explain it? It's just so we race every weekend, and it's like points races, and you keep point averages.
Yeah.
And I got a big sponsor, and they bought me a car, and I won
Pretty
a race.
good.
I won a race in that car, and that's probably the biggest accomplishment I've had in
How
in
about
racing.
that? When did that happen?
Last year.
Okay.
In about April.
How hard is it to do that and this at the same time? It feels like those are.
It's not growing up, I was like a four sport athlete. I played baseball, basketball, football, and I did track,
Uh-huh.
and then I did racing, and then I don't know, it's just kind of part of my life now.
Yeah.
I mean,
How'd you get into racing? Dad was in it, or
family.
Yeah.
So my grandpa raced in way back then, and
Okay.
then we have our own business, like a racing business.
Okay.
And then my cousin started racing like 10, 11 years
Uh-huh.
ago. And then I was like big time traveling into baseball.
Okay.
And then I quit baseball, started racing, and then 2 years into my racing career, I got a really big sponsor, bought me a car,
Okay.
and then last year, my stepbrother, he took my old car, and now he's been racing for 2 years.
Interesting.
So it's been a big process with our
Okay.
family. And
Well, what's the better feeling? A pick six on a Friday night with fans in the stands, or coming across the line, having won a race?
definitely a pick six. 'Cause
Is that right?
as you see, like, when I catch the ball and I'm running and I don't see anybody, I can just hear the crowd.
Gage Laney, touchdown, Owasso!
Just going crazy, jumping up and down, and there's nothing better than the feeling of Friday night football.
That's awesome. Well, that's a player of the week for you right there. The art of the interception, and more than a 2-sport star, about a 5-sport star. Gage Laney, your FNL player of the week. Gage, have a great rest of the year, and we look forward to seeing how many interceptions you come up with.